SCP-2399. Object Class Kita. Special Containment Procedures. Due to SCP-2399's location and nature, physical means of containment are currently impossible. Implanted Foundation agents in major observatories are to contain footage or images of SCP-2399. An ongoing misinformation campaign is in effect, which has thus far been able to completely surpass any knowledge pertaining to SCP-2399 from public awareness. Foundation satellites in orbit around Jupiter are to maintain constant vigilance of SCP-2399's reconstruction efforts and make all attempts to hinder that process should SCP-2399 reach a minimum of 75% completion. Additionally, a perimeter of long-range electronic jammer satellites, the Barrier Array, has been situated in high Jupiter orbit. Any transmissions intercepted by this array are to be summarily decoded and logged. In the event of SCP-2399 nearing completion, or in the case of an information breach in the jamming perimeter, necessary Foundation personnel will engage Protocol Legionnaire 5. See Addendum 2399L5 for details. Description: SCP-2399 is a massive, complex mechanical structure currently located in Jupiter's low atmosphere. Since its visual discovery in 1863, SCP-2399 has been observed to use a highly advanced antimatter-based weaponry to create special disruptions and a devastating atmospheric observable as a large red vortex, commonly known as the Great Red Spots. No point for originality. SCP-2399 appears to be damaged, possibly due to an impact with the moon Io, before coming to rest in its current position. SCP-2399 has been observed releasing a multitude of small octopoid repair drones in efforts to repair the damage it has taken. Some of these drones will remain near SCP-2399, while others will patrol nearby moons, or deeper into the gases of Jupiter itself in search of parts that SCP-2399 is missing. According to the SCP Foundation's Difference Engine's estimations, SCP-2399 is at 59% completion with a current rate of 0.78% annually. This rate had increased from an estimated 0.12% in 1870. Despite its damaged state, SCP-2399 seems to possess a limitless power supply, advanced electromagnetic shielding, matter-disrupting weaponry, the ability to repair damage done to itself, and a precision tracking and targeting system. See Addendum 2399-2B. Due to the large difference in technological advancement between the creator of SCP-2399 and our own, for all intents and purposes, SCP-2399 is currently indestructible by human means. In theory, SCP-2399 might be left vulnerable by a powerful enough electromagnetic pulse. Unfortunately, this technology does not yet exist. Since 1879, SCP-2399 has been the recipient of an unending stream of electromagnetic-based communications originating in the Triangulum Galaxy, roughly 3 million light-years from Earth. The means of SCP-2399's travel to our solar system and the means of its communication are unknown. From 1871 to 1885, SCP-2399 continuously received a single encoded message which, through code-breaking and translation efforts, appeared to be a command to repair the damage it occurred upon entering our solar system. After this time, the barrier array was established to intercept these messages. This coincided with a period of radio silence from the origin of the communication until 1896, when a different order began transmitting. The barrier array has thus far prevented SCP-2399 from receiving this command. We'll check out the com log later. SCP-2399 was originally observed, albeit unknowingly, by Giovanni Cassini in 1665. The following is taken directly from Cassini's journal on the event, translated from Italian to English. Notes: 8th of October 1665. I observed something extraordinary in the heavens. Last night, as I gazed through my looking glass, I saw what appeared to be the star of a great luminescent streak through the far reaches of our solar system. I never recorded an object moving so fast. It had surpassed the outer planets in fewer than 2 hours. As I watched, by my own 2 eyes, I saw it slow as it close on to Jupiter, make a sharp turn, and disappear into the planet itself. I saw many bursts of light afterwards, but although I continued to peer at it until the sun broke, I saw no additional disturbances in the night sky. I must continue to document these changes and will alert my colleagues when the day is upon me. The 15th of October 1665. I took Peter to the observation point last night, but a week from the night I saw the fire rain upon Jupiter in the heavens. He brought along his own looking glass, and together we aimed our view upon the giant, and to our surprise, a magnificent change has occurred. Where once the distant world only showed bands of color, there's now a great red spot where the star came to rest on the surface of Jupiter. Peter was incredulous, of course, that such an amazing discovery could have taken place before our very eyes. I will continue to take note on this. 18th of October 1665. Tonight, as I peered through my looking glass, I swear on my life that I observed what looked to me like explosions and starbursts emanating from our red spot. I fear my mind is playing tricks on me, for there have been no records of such violent outbursts by a heavenly body since the dawn of astronomy. I will consult with Peter on the morrow, and hopefully glean from him some advice on the matter. 19th of October 1665. Peter seems to have seen the same as I. As I approached him with my concerns, he leveled the same with me, and through our following discussion we concluded that it must be a powerful reaction to the falling star I saw upon that first night, and not a product of our own shortcomings. I'm left wondering what cataclysmic events must be taking place upon our heavenly neighbor. Our work to document this must go on. The following addendum 2399-2C are regarding Project Gygus, and information is restricted to Level 4 personnel or above. After the events of it was decided that necessary force would be authorized to destroy or incapacitate SCP-2399 using Foundation resources as well as resources from 45 nations, notably, and a platform of warheads bearing mounting payloads and warheads bearing EMP detonators was launched and placed in orbit around Europa on and 05, 05, 05, 05, and 05. The entire payload of Project Gygus was launched toward SCP-2399. Efforts to develop alternative methods of eliminating SCP-2399 are currently underway. The repair of SCP-1369 has been proposed, but has been deemed currently unfeasible. Addendum 2399-2B. At hours on Barrier Unit 53 observed one of SCP-2399's repair drones closing in on a piece of debris, quickly determined to be part of a damaged communications array. Because of the nature of this specific component and the ramifications of allowing SCP-2399 to recover it, it was ordered that Barrier Unit 45 fired upon the drone with its own onboard concussion batteries. Batteries were discharged, however, the drone appeared undamaged. Footage obtained by Barrier Unit 53 shows that while the payload in question was launched towards the repair drone, it was destroyed within 5 kilometers of the target by additional charges emanating from SCP-2399. Command lost contact with Barrier Unit 45 15 seconds after initial discharge, with video observation showing SCP-2399 the resulting special anomaly originating in and the termination of Barrier Unit 45 by Barrier Unit 44, 51, and 55. Under no circumstances are any barrier units to further engage either SCP-2399 or drones released by SCP-2399. Addendum 2399-L5.
So, SCP-2399, Have you ever sat and wondered, maybe after you hear about a car crash on a street you were just on, or a bombing in a city you just visited, just how lucky you are to be alive? Just how many things have to go right for you to continue to exist? A few seconds too late, a few seconds too early, and somebody reaches for something they dropped, and a busload of people runs into another busload of people. Sometimes this kind of thing does happen, and as we've seen far too often. But that's what we're here for. To protect those who cannot protect themselves from things they would not even know how to protect themselves from. We can't do it all, though. As many things as we've been able to contain, as many things we've been able to keep under lock that would threaten to destroy us all. Still far too many remain that we cannot do anything about. Whether too big, or too fast, or too powerful, any of these things would blink and wipe humanity from existence. The fact they have not done so yet is just luck. SCP-2399, however, is different. We have little information regarding SCP-2399's motives, origins, and full capabilities. We do not understand how it is capable of communicating over such large distances, or why those constructed it, if it was in fact constructed, sent it to us in the first place. We do not know what would happen if SCP-2399 is able to fully repair itself, or if part of our array would break down and a message would get through. We do not know this, so we must assume the worst. Judging from what we have seen, would SCP-2399 have reached Earth, it would have led to our timely destruction. But sometimes humanity gets a little help. Sometimes something steps in the way of the apocalypse. For us, and for SCP-2399, it was Jupiter. From what we gathered from Cassini's journals, SCP-2399 began to slow its approach to Earth when it struck Io. After it was damaged, it was unable to escape the gravitational pull of Jupiter. Oh, its weapons activated. Just like intended, but it was Jupiter that experienced doomsday, not us. Eventually, though, it is likely that SCP-2399 will resume functionality, and it will likely be able to pull away from Jupiter and proceed on to its target. As of now, we can keep hurling bombs and EMPs at it all we want. But we got no indication that any of it will do so much as scratch the damn thing. On the contrary, experience dictates it will do nothing at all. If this would happen now, we would undoubtedly be destroyed. Jupiter has given us time. For now, SCP-2399 will remain there, reassembling itself, while we devise some ways to stop it. Like it or not, we are in an arms race with this thing. Our best guesses give us something like 25 years until it is able to hear past our dampening array. Until then, we must seize the opportunity that has been laid before us. We must use the time that we have been given and not let it be wasted. So, we devised Protocol Legionnaire. One gigantic EMP, powered by God knows what, followed by a volley of nukes big enough to wipe out our civilization 1,000 times over. A blunt plan, and simple, and likely futile. Our researchers around the globe have yet to devise even a way to deliver that kind of pulse, let alone a way to power it. There is no indication whatsoever that we'll be able to complete Legionnaire on time, or if it will do what it is intended to once it is completed. But we must try. We must do something. Even if we will have to drain our banks and empty our minds, we must try. It doesn't happen often that one gets to see the boss hurling toward them and step out of the way. Jupiter unknowingly has offered us that opportunity, and I suggest we take it. Randall McAllen, Director, Barrier Project, Site.
Always a flair for the dramatic. Oh well, that was today's presentation.
Hey, what about the message?
What? What?
The message that it's receiving.
Oh, that. Alright, fine. Here it is. Addendum 2399. Communications log. It starts with a cryptic message. We saw the sound and heard the light. Okay. All messages logged are to be understood as having repeated themselves continuously until either a new message was logged or logged instances of radio silence. 1878. Unit is damaged. Repair. 1885. Updating orders. Maintain position. Repair. 1885 again. A period of radio silence, and the barrier array has been established. 1896. Unit is out of range of target. Proceed to planet number 3 in system. Repair. 1915. Unit is out of range of target. Proceed to planet number 3 in system. Priority is target. Cease repairs.
Thank you for watching. I realize it has been a while. I'm juggling a lot of projects like my main channel, Radio Retro Future. If you enjoy SCP, then maybe you'll also enjoy our own original fiction, The Association of Ishtar. It's kinda like my steampunk take on the SCP formats, but it takes place in its own universe. A special thank you to the people who support me on Patreon, like Steamy Wonders and Bowlerhead Tom. And a special mention to Musical Wizardry for supporting me with his music. You can check out his SoundCloud below. If you want to support us but don't want to commit, you can now buy us a cup of coffee on Ko-Fi. Link is in the description.